Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just back in with another sequence video. This one is Ezekiel 28:25 to Ezekiel 31:14. And so I'll just read the parts that I've highlighted. And so this again is amazing that this is why, again, I know that there's potentially thousands of them, because there may be them in one chapter, like I bring out, and then they could span two chapters. This could span 3 and 4 and more and all that. So it's just how you sort of interpolate the book. You can find more and more, but I'll just read the parts that talk about the sequence. So Ezekiel 28:15, thus says the Lord God, when I gather the house of Israel from the peoples among whom they are scattered and manifest my holiness in them in the sight of the nations, all eyes will see him in the sky. Then they shall dwell in their own land that I gave to my servant Jacob. So there we have a reference to gathering them from, the coast of the earth. And so that's salvation. Okay, and so now this is now talking about destruction of America. And so this is talking about Egypt, but in modern day it's America. So Ezekiel 29. In the 10th year, in the 10th month of the 12th day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, set your face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and prophesy against him and against all Egypt. Speak and say, thus says the Lord God, behold, I am against you, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragon that lies in the midst of his streams, that says, my Nile is my own, I made it for myself. I will put hooks in your jaws and make the fish of your streams stick to your scales, and I'll draw you up out of the midst of your streams with all the fish of your streams that stick to your scales. So this is talking about the plagues in Revelation 16, and that how God is going to, destroy the wildlife, in the water. And I'll cast you into the wilderness, you and all the fish of your streams, you shall fall in the open field and not be brought together or gathered to the beasts of the earth and to the birds of heaven I give you as food. And so there's references to that in Revelation where it's just feast on the kings, just go eat whatever you want. Then all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am the Lord, okay? Because you have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel, when they grasped you with the hand, you broke and tore all their shoulders, and when they leaned on you, you broke and made all their loins to shake. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, behold, I will bring a sword upon you, and will cut off from you man and beast. This reference to the beast system. And in the land of Egypt shall be a desolation and a waste. Then they will know that I am the Lord. And so in the last days, the Bible prophesies in Revelation that it will never be inhabited again. It's just going to be destroyed to oblivion. And so now we're going to get a reference to, Christ returning with his elect to have this final battle. Ezekiel 30, the word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus says the Lord God, wail, alas, for the day is near. The day of the Lord is near. It will be a day of clouds, okay, and these so-called UFOs. A time of doom for the nations. This is now everybody. A sword shall come upon Egypt, and anguish shall be in Cush, when the slain fall in Egypt, and her wealth is carried away, and her foundations are torn. Okay, and now Ezekiel 31:14, all this in order that no trees by the waters may grow to towering height, or set their tops among the clouds, and that no trees that drink water may reach up to them in height, for they are all given over to death, to the world below. Okay, this is in verse 14, with his elect. They're going to destroy everybody. For they're all given over to death to the world below, among the children of men, with those who go down to the pit, which is the reference of the earth, and the earth is hell. And so there's more detail in between about the actual wrath, but I just kind of highlighted the more important references with the numerology. But just know that this is literal. When it's talking about, for they're all given over to death to the world below. Okay, this is Christ returning with his elect in these so-called UFOs. So Ezekiel 28-31 also has the sequence. Hope everyone's doing well. Bye.